Straight ahead on the Valley today, a shootout along a Minnesota highway ends with a suspected carjacker dead.
Plus, shots fired at Minnesota National Guardsmen on duty around the Twin Cities to protect against trouble from the Derek Chauvin trial and the Dante Wright shooting.
Also coming up, a national honor for a Minnesota woman who paid the ultimate price while saving her cousins in trouble in deep water. But first, breaking news this morning. A statue of Jesus is vandalized in downtown Fargo. Police are investigating the incident that was discovered just outside of St. Mary's Cathedral on North Broadway.
Someone poured black paint over the face of the statue. The vandalism, it was spotted yesterday. We do have a call into police for more information. A carjacking, a police chase, and a deadly shootout on a suburban Twin Cities highway, and it all played out in the Burnsville area. A traffic camera, captures the end of it yesterday. A driver jumps out of a slow-moving car, steps into traffic, and then appears to try and stop an SUV.
An officer pulled up near the man and opened fire, killing him. Police say the man was believed to be in his 20s and had fired shots at officers during the chase.
Two Minnesota National Guardsmen, they're recovering from minor injuries after being shot while providing neighborhood security in North Minneapolis. They were hit during a drive-by shooting around 4 yesterday morning.
One of the soldiers was taken to the hospital for cuts from shattered glass. Police are looking for a light-colored SUV. Closing arguments are expected today in the Derek Chauvin trial. The former Minneapolis police officer is accused of killing George Floyd last May by kneeling on his neck for more than 9 minutes.
After closing arguments, jurors will be sequestered for as long as it takes them to deliberate. Chauvin is facing up to 40 years in prison if convicted of the most serious charge, which is second-degree murder. UND police, they're investigating a death in Grand Forks. They got a call for a welfare check yesterday afternoon at an apartment complex on campus.
Officers found a man who was deceased. They say it appears to be from a self-inflicted injury. They're not yet releasing the victim's name until family is notified.
It is now 6:50 on the dot on this Monday morning. A little chilly out there for the end of April. We get a check of that forecast with Lisa Green. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yeah, that's as a result of that cold front that moved through yesterday and brought us this. We've got a couple of great videos of those huge flakes that were falling as that front passed through. This is in the Cormorant area. Rick shared this with us of those big saucer-sized flakes coming down there. So thanks for sharing that. A different view this morning. This is in Grand Forks. The clouds are clearing there and we're seeing some beautiful sunshine to start the day. It is chilly though, where we've cleared out especially. We're looking at temperatures that are in the teens in some spots. We're at 18 in Langdon and Hallock at 19. Grand Forks is 22. Fargo under the clouds, we're still at 27 degrees right now. But check out these wind chills. It feels like 5 in Langdon, 8 in Hallock and in Boston. Valley City, Devils Lake, Jamestown, all checking in at 9. So feeling chilly when you head outside. You're going to want a heavier coat over your spring outfit here today. Wind coming in out of the north or northwest, and this will be the big factor for us and continues to be as far as temperatures are concerned. We've got some numbers that are gusting into the 20s this morning, and we'll continue to have some gusts into the 20s to near 30 today. So a breezy one that keeps those temperatures cool here. A look at your radar and satellite map. Again, clouds to the south and east. Those are dropping southward. There's some flurry activity with it. We saw some earlier this morning in Fargo. There are other places reporting some light snow out by Bemidji. And so it's a little different depending on where you are, what you're waking up to, and how things are looking out at the bus stop. But overall, quieter this morning and chilly. Make sure the kids are dressed for that colder weather. And we don't warm up much today heading home from school. We're talking about some upper 30s to around 40 degrees. Factor in that wind that'll be steady out of the northwest in the teens to 20, and some gusts into those low 30s again today. So that's going to feel pretty cold when they step out the door or step off the bus here. So keep that in mind. We do warm up though this week. We get back into the 50s and even a low 60-degree day on Thursday with lots of sunshine. That's going to feel really good after these chilly starts today and tomorrow.
Looking forward to that warm-up that we have in store, though. But until then, get through the cool temps. Lisa, thank you. It is now 6:53. Police are identifying the people involved in a crash involving a car and 2 motorcycles from over the weekend. 26-year-old Ryan Rosdahl of Fargo is seriously injured. He was driving one of the motorcycles. 22-year-old Alexander Bashan of Fargo was driving the other motorcycle. He was also hurt.
The North Dakota Highway Patrol says both were driving on 10th Street North near 15th Avenue on Saturday when an SUV started to cross the road. Both drivers hit the vehicle. 19-year-old Jacob Shelver of Fargo was driving the SUV. Neither he nor his passenger were hurt. There's no word yet on if anyone will be facing charges. State troopers believe a medical condition led to a crash on I-29 involving a Fargo man. They say he hit a concrete median barrier yesterday afternoon near Main Avenue.
Police found him unresponsive and attempted resuscitation with CPR and an AED, but he was pronounced dead at the hospital. They have not yet released his name, but they say that he is a 45-year-old from Fargo. Police are looking for the driver of a car who they say hit a child in the Northern Valley and then drove away. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says 2 people were in a car that came upon a group of children crossing Highway 281 near Dunseith Saturday around 4:30 p.m.
Troopers say the driver hit one of the kids, crashed into the ditch, but then drove away. A 7-year-old girl who was hit was taken to the Belcourt Hospital, then airlifted to a Minot hospital where she died. Police say the car they're looking for is a 2001 Oldsmobile Alero.
A 7-year-old girl is dead after being shot at a Chicago McDonald's drive-thru. Police say the child was inside a vehicle yesterday with a 29-year-old man when they heard gunshots and felt pain. She was taken by police to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The man was shot in the torso and is in serious condition. No one has been arrested, and it's not known what led up to that shooting.
The popular exercise equipment company Peloton is challenging a government warning that its treadmill poses serious risks to children. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission issued the urgent warning to parents after multiple reports of children becoming entrapped, pinned, and pulled under the rear roller of the product. One child died. The CPSC said parents with small children or pets should either stop using the treadmill or use it in a room that cannot be accessed by them. Peloton calls the report inaccurate and misleading and says the Tread Plus is safe in the home when used in accordance with warnings and safety instructions. The company says it's committed to taking whatever steps necessary to further inform members of potential risks. Nearly 1 year after a Begley, Minnesota 18-year-old died while saving others, a family is one step closer to healing. Raina Nealon drowned in the Clearwater River after jumping in and saving her 3 younger cousins.
To her family, she's always been a hero, and now she's one of 2 people in the nation receiving the Single Act of Heroism Award. She's also the first Minnesotan ever to be given that prestigious honor.
I think this may be a healing process for all these children. They are all still grieving and still struggling with this.
If you would like to help the family get to Boston to receive this award this fall, we have links to a GoFundMe page on our website. Just go to valleynewslive.com and look for this story.
The Bison football team isn't the only national champ now from NDSU. The Marksmanship Club this past week, they won the 2021 Intercollegiate Rifle Club National Championships, bringing numerous trophies back home for the green and gold.
In Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Bison were in a tight fight with another university, with the title coming down to the wire. The team found out at a local Dairy Queen that they had actually claimed the gold by a single point. The Bison now prepare for the next edition of the Western Intercollegiate Rifle Conference season. Did you know reading 1 book a week or listening to audiobooks can combat reading loss? The Lake Agassiz Regional Library has launched a new program to help adults with reading challenges.
And the Valley Today's Brian Sherrod, he joins us live with more on that program and how you can get involved. Good morning, Brian.
And good morning, Jordan and Lisa. You know, this program is called 60 Books in 60 Years, and it commemorates this Moorhead Public Library service that they've done the last 60 years, so that's where the name comes from. Now, as you sign up on their website or at the library, you'll get a notebook or online book to track. You just have to read 60 books within a year. Now, the recommendation is reading something new and unexpected. This works your brain functions daily to combat that reading loss. It is also a break from your day-to-day stresses with a simple challenge that will help you.
I really recommend not getting overwhelmed. 60 sounds like a large number, but really, if you do a book a week, or even if you're listening, if you like audiobooks, listening in the car.
And like she just mentioned, 60 does sound like a lot, but if you do it weekly, like she just mentioned, it is a lot easier to hit that goal. But also letting you know that the library is back to operating at normal hours. You can see those hours on our web channel. We'll let you know more about that. But if you don't feel comfortable being here, even though they make you wear a mask, you can also do their curbside assistance, so that will help you out as well. Or you can just do it from the comfort of your home. You can check out the book online. Again, valleynewslive.com is where all the information is.
Brian Sherrod reporting live for us this morning. Thank you.
In our consumer alert this morning, Budweiser is offering free beer to people who get the COVID vaccine. They're reviving the Reunited with Buds commercial to promote the offer.
Participants must upload a picture of an I Got Vaccinated sticker, a picture of a bandage, or a selfie at a vaccination location. You do need to be 21 or older to enter. NASA did it. The space agency has just launched the tiny Mars helicopter on an historic flight. It's the first powered flight on another planet. The 4-pound solar-powered chopper ascended to 10 feet, hovered for 40 seconds, then touched back down.
NASA hopes Ingenuity will pave the way for aerial surveillance of Mars and other destinations in the solar system. The robot rotocraft was carried to the red planet, strapped to the belly of NASA's Perseverance. That happened back in February. Let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. That question, 60% of Americans say they do not like eating this.
The answer, we did have a couple of guesses for this. Egg salad sandwiches. Remember, you can play along by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page every weekday morning. The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but remember, the Valley Today rolls on. Join us right now for more live, up-to-the-minute news and weather on the Fargo CW.